It's Imagine Radio, and I have a very special guest in with me today. Welcome to Stockport's Saara Aalto.
Thank you.
Have I said that correctly?
That was really
because
good.
There's a lot of A's in your name.
Saara Aalto, yeah, so many.
Well, welcome to Stockport. Is this your first time?
Yes, my first time, yes.
Oh, brilliant. Well, welcome along. I want to talk a bit about everything that you've been doing, not music related.
Okay.
Possibly music related, but not music related a little bit later. But let's just talk about your new song, which is the main reason why you're here. You've got a brand new track. It's called Dance Like Nobody's Watching.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Yes, well, it's actually on my album that I released previously, Wild Wild Wonderland, but I've just waited, I've waited for the right time to release it as a single and as a music video, because it's my favorite song from my album. It's the song that has the strongest message, like to be yourself. Live your life in your own way, dance with your own style, sing with your own voice, just live your life as you are. And that's the message that I want to share with everybody. And the music video is so beautiful. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's about a transgender woman, ballerina, and her story. And it's so touching. Because
you wrote this song whilst you were on X Factor, didn't you?
Well, it was just after X Factor, actually. Yeah, and I just always write about my own life and my own experiences, and it's been a very tough journey for me to find the courage to be who I am, and like in every way. I grew up in Finland in a small village, and I was never accepted as I am because I wanted to perform and sing, and I was really flamboyant, and I basically had to come to the UK to be accepted. When I did the X Factor, that was the first time when I actually felt like people loved me as I am. And that's why I wrote this song. Like, when I found that love in the UK, I was like, oh, I'm finally able to dance with my own style, and be myself. And when we did the music video, we wanted to have a story there that would really speak to people and have a strong message and story in it. And I don't even remember anymore who got the idea of this transgender woman. We have so many good people in my team. We're just throwing out ideas, and then we just and it felt perfect, because I feel like there isn't many stories of transgender people yet, really. So it just felt really good.
There's a reason to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I read that you wrote your first song at the age of 5.
That's true, yeah.
I've got a 5-year-old.
No.
I wouldn't like to say they're any good at writing at the age of 5. They're kind of learning it.
Yeah.
How did that happen at that age?
Well, I would be just singing all the time, and that was before I learned to play the piano. We have a Finnish traditional instrument called kantele, which is like a 5-string instrument, and it's very easy to play. So I was playing that when I was 5.
Okay.
And I was just writing songs with that, just singing, making up my own things. And I wrote everything down, though. I still have the notebook.
Right.
Where I wrote down the lyrics. And
okay.
Yeah.
So you were writing the words, you were playing the instruments at the age of 5. There's no end to your talents, is there? I think we should put on your new song now then. So, Saara, would you mind introducing it for us?
Oh. Hey, I'm Saara Aalto, and this is my latest single, Dance Like Nobody's Watching.
That is the brilliant new song, Dance Like Nobody's Watching, from Saara Aalto. And you are here in the studio with me. It must be good to hear your song when it's played on the radio. It's like it's a final acceptance, isn't it? When you hear it being played on the radio, you kind of like, have you had one of those moments where you've been in a taxi and you've heard it? Yeah.
Well, yeah, like being in a car and hearing your song on the radio is like, oh my God, now it's happening. Like it's really good feeling.
I think the next thing is to hear it in the cafe in Coronation Street or EastEnders or something like that.
That would be amazing, yes.
That's when you know you've made it. That's the sign of it. I think so. Now, let's talk about some of the other things you've been involved in. So X Factor came along.
Yeah.
You did X Factor. You did really well on that. I think nobody kind of expected you from the audition stage to get to the final and finish second in that year.
Yeah, it was a crazy story though. Yeah. Like my first audition was so good, and that's when actually people expected a lot. But then Sharon dropped me during 6-chair challenge, and I went home, and then I was brought back as a wild card, and I was in bottom 2-3 times. It was a journey, and
but each time right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it was.
Things happen for a reason.
That is true. That's how I think, and it was the best experience. It changed my life.
When do you reckon was the turning point, though? Because there was one point, I vaguely remember there was one point when you did one song, and it just went, the general public went, that's the one.
I was so quiet. That was the moment.
Did you know that when you were preparing for that evening?
Yeah.
Did you think this is the one that's going to do it?
I think so, because when I did all the rehearsals on stage and the dress run, everybody was just so excited about it. And I didn't know the song beforehand. So for me, I was a bit like, oh, this is a weird song. It was because it's a quirky, weird song. And I was like, what if people hate it? I didn't know it was a big hit here. So I was nervous to do it. But when I did the dress run and the rehearsals, everybody was like, oh my God, this is the best ever. And I was like, okay.
You mean nobody told you that it was a big hit over here?
I mean, they had to tell me, because I was like, I can't sing this song. It's too weird for TV. And everybody was like, yeah, it's a big hit here. Just do it. And
go along with it.
Yeah. So I kind of, and the production, my outfit and the skirt and all the dancers, it looked amazing. So of course I was like, yeah, I really hope people are gonna like it, and they did.
And then more recently, you've probably done, I'd say, the second hardest reality TV show on British TV. The first being The Jump, because you just get injured on that one. But the second one, the most dangerous one, I think, is Dancing on Ice.
Oh, and I got injured every week, and so did everybody else.
I mean, it's not just going out there on a Sunday night and just attempting to, do, well, in my case, if I was doing it, it'd be like Bambi on ice.
But that's how we all were in the beginning, but then you just have to learn. You spent hours and hours every day on the ice.
You had a little bit of experience before, didn't you?
A little bit. And I in the beginning, I thought, I was confident. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be fine, because I used to skate when I was a child. And then when the real practice started, I was like, no, it's not helping me at all. I have to learn everything from the scratch, basically, to learn the real technique of figure skating and all the lifts and the tricks. Oh, so yeah, it was tough. The toughest thing I've ever done. And I got injured every week. I'm still suffering from my injury. My arm is hurting, and it was really tough.
But now you know how to ice skate properly.
Yes, and I'm so happy about it.
And it's one of those things, you can have one of those Winter Wonderland scenes.
I know.
When you go home, you can go ice skating and enjoy it.
It's amazing to learn a new skill.
What's next? Are you not planning any other dangerous sports, are you?
No, not at all. Yeah, but I'm going on tour in May.
You are, yes.
Yeah, so
in Manchester.
I'm coming to Manchester on 2nd of June.
Okay.
So I'm super excited, because last tour that I had last year, the best gig was in Manchester, because people were just amazing.
You've also done a lot of other things as well. I was reading a little bit about you. In Finland, you are a superstar in Finland. Next level superstar. So much so, you've actually had to voice characters on films over there.
Yeah.
Frozen. I've got a list here. So Brave, Frozen, Rise of the Guardians. You were the Tooth Fairy.
Yes, I was.
I'm trying to think who did it in the UK version or the American version of it. I think it's the one that's married to Sacha Baron Cohen, isn't it? Eliza Fisher.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It was her. Yeah, because I did one movie where Emma Watson was the original voice, but that was years ago. Yeah, but yeah.
So how did that come about? Because is it just purely from, because I mean you were one of the head judges, weren't you, on the equivalent of X Factor in Finland?
Yeah, X Factor Finland. Yeah.
Is that how the film stuff came around?
Oh no, actually I've been doing the films for the last 10 years already. So I did, do you remember High School Musical?
Yeah.
So we did that on theatre, like the stage version. I was in it in Finland 10 years ago.
I was coming on to the theatre shows.
Yeah, so I did the musical, and then there somebody like saw me on stage and said, oh, you should give your voice to cartoons because your voice is really characteristic. And I was like, oh yeah, it would be my dream job. And then I kind of got into it, and I've done so many cartoons like Pokemon and everything, and movies, and now I'm waiting for Frozen 2 basically, because I'm the voice
not far off.
Yeah, I'm the voice of Princess Anna in the Finnish version of Frozen, so it's
that
fun.
Must be a lovely thing to be involved with as well.
Do you
get to go to all of the premieres around the world, or is it just the the Finnish ones you get to go to?
Yeah, the Finnish ones only.
Oh,
damn.
You need to get that sorted out. You need to be going to the red carpet in Hollywood. That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you in today and chatting about your life and your music. Remind everybody, the gig in Manchester is on what date?
2nd of June.
And the single is out now.
Yes.
You can get hold of it. Dance Like Nobody's Watching. The album, you can get that now as well, can't you?
Oh, yeah. My album is called Wild Wild Wonderland. It's everywhere, so just go and...
iTunes, Spotify, you name it, it'll be there for you.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure meeting up with you today. And please tell me you're not going to do the jump.
Oh, I would never, ever do that. Oh, my God, I'm not that brave.
Winter sports gone wrong. Anyway, thank you very much for popping in and good luck with everything.
Oh, thank you so much.